Hello, Stampers! Kelly Atchison at stampabove.com coming to you live from Menasha, Wisconsin. Oh, my glasses are missing. Here they are. I'm like, oh boy, this should be fun. How is everybody doing? Oh my goodness, I am so happy to see you all in here. Ruth and Patricia, Bonnie's here, Linda, Karen's storm is canceled in Erie, Michigan. That is good news. Deb is here from Minnesota. We've got Joe from the Jersey coast. Diane is here. Yay! It is breezy and beautiful here today. It almost feels like fall weather in Wisconsin, which is not what I want. But it's pretty nice out there for those of you that don't like the heat and humidity. Happy Sunday, Wendy. I am hoping you're doing well tonight, too. It is 80 degrees there. Wow. I don't think it's that warm here. We've got Cheryl from Windsor, Colorado, Sharon from Oklahoma. Connie is here from Wisconsin. Mickey, is it live now or over? Connie, we are live now. So I go live at 7 p.m. on Sunday nights. Hi, Elaine from Fond du Lac. Happy to see you. Rhonda, Cynthia, Mary. Arla is here. Carol Ann, Linda. Gosh, we've got so many people coming in. Holy cow. Lots and lots. If I missed anybody, don't worry. We're all going to have a great time tonight. I am, it seems like I was on my Alaskan cruise, which is the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. And disclaimer, 1% of the demonstrators will earn this trip. I have to say that it is our law. Yeah, it's something to do with I can never remember the name of the organization that is in charge of the marketing. And you know how sometimes companies, like especially weight loss companies, say, oh, if you take this pill for a week, you're going to lose 90 pounds. That. So we can't say that, oh, if you buy some stamping stuff and make some cards, you're going to earn a trip. That's not how it works. You guys know that. So it is the law that I have to say that. It's a disclaimer not to mislead anybody. And Sandy's sitting by the pool. It is 96 degrees. I am so jealous, Sandy. I am so jealous, but that's okay. I had to work all day. So I would really rather work when it's not pool weather. You know what I mean? But we did have a great weekend yesterday. The kids, Haley, Jared, Val, Dawson came all day long, and we were in the pool, and we had a nacho bar last night, like tacos with chips. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I made brownies. 3/4 of the brownies had nuts, and the other quarter did not, for Haley and the children. Oh, thank you so much. Pat says it's okay, Kelly. You're definitely in our top 1%. I feel so honored. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Pat finished her bingo making takes today. Thank goodness. And thank goodness for air conditioning. I know it's hot where you are. I actually had to put on a sweatshirt today. And I haven't had to have my fan on all day long. I went for my walk this morning at the nature preserve, and I saw 6 deer, and I saw twin fawns. Oh my gosh, they were so tiny, you guys. They were so little, and they were just kind of scooting around all by themselves. And then here came Mama. I knew she wasn't far away. And then Mama went over there, and babies played around, and then they ran over to her and had to get a meal. So it was super cute. Their little tails are just going. Gosh, nothing better than that. And I saw a raccoon there yesterday. There's several raccoons running around in the daylight, which is a little sketchy and a little frightening because they're not supposed to be out. They're nocturnal. Yes, yes. And Carolina Hurricanes. Ready? Woo, woo. Carolina Hurricanes for the win tonight for the Stanley Cup. Christine, when you watch this on the replay, because Christine is watching the game, when she watches this on the replay, I am definitely a fan of the Hurricanes. And this little stick last night killed a devilish little pincher bug in my living room. I was like, more than you needed to know. We get pincher bugs in the summertime on our swimsuits when you hang them outside, and the towels. I don't know, they kind of like the wet, damp thing. And there was one on my leg, and I floofed it off, and then with the stick. So go Hurricanes. Yeah, woo, we're rooting for the Hurricanes tonight. This is Dawson's stick. He forgot it here. I'm sure he's looking all over for it too. I probably should have told him I had it because he will be watching the game tonight. Dawson is a huge hockey fan. He plays hockey 24/7 or baseball or football or all the balls. He's all about the balls. That sounds kind of sketchy. No. Anyways, John report. I don't have much to report on John. I saw him unloading some stuff in his truck yesterday. He had a visitor that had a big black dog that was running around his front yard, and then they left. But I did see John's brother walk by. John's brother lives behind us someplace, and he walked by with Butch. Butch is a Great Dane, and Butch is huge. Like, he's huge. He probably weighs at least 150 pounds, and he is the most docile, huge dog I've ever seen in my life. He doesn't even put him on a leash. Butch just walks right along nice and slow with John's brother. I don't even know his name, but I did see Butch. So our cruise went really good. We didn't have any travel problems. We got into Seattle on Sunday, stayed overnight at a really nice hotel. Andy was like, "Ooh, this is fancy." And then we got on the ship on Monday and headed out, and it was absolutely beautiful. The ship was gorgeous. The trip was gorgeous. I always tell everybody, if you get a chance to go to Alaska, do it. You will never be disappointed, and you will never get how big and huge and wild it is there until you see it in real life. Not in movies, not in pictures, not in even those 3D round movie theaters. Like when you go to Great American stuff, they have those real fancy movie theaters where you feel like you're actually there. Nope, you gotta go. So put that on your bucket list. It is beautiful. We got to go to the glacier. We missed a bear by a few minutes at the Menenthal Glacier. One of my demonstrator friends was there, and we just walked the path like 10 minutes before she videotaped a bear walking down the path. So holy cow. And just for a little education, there were a lot of people standing there, and they just backed up while the bear walked down the walking path at this place. It was a national park, I think. And there was a lady that stood there filming it with her camera with her small child standing in front of her so she could see good too, as the bear walked within 4 feet of them. That is a big no, folks. That was very dangerous. And I was just like, what is she doing? She's serving her child up as an hors d'oeuvre. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. It was a black bear, and black bear don't usually eat people. Grizzly bears do, but black bears don't. But if you ever encountered a bear, you do exactly what my demonstrator friend did, which was start walking backwards. And she already had her phone up, so she was recording it, but she just kept walking backwards as the bear was walking toward her. And you don't ever run from a bear. That's not a good plan, because they will always, always catch you. And it kind of sparks something in them like, oh, chase. So, but you certainly don't serve your child up in front of you. It was bad. I was like, what is she doing? Anyways, we missed the bear encounter, which was good. It would have been exciting, but that's a very dangerous situation. And thank goodness the bear was just like going on its way. How was the old fashioned? I promised you it would be great. I did not have an old fashioned, but I did have a lot of Miami Vice drinks with no alcohol. I didn't even think I had an alcoholic beverage on the ship. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But Stampin' Up paid for a beverage package for us, not alcoholic beverages, but beverages like coffee, tea, milkshakes at Johnny Rockets, which was on the ship, all those kind of things. And Miami Vice without alcohol is just a beverage. So Andy and I and Barb drank lots of them, which might have attributed to my 9-pound gain when I got home. Like, don't ever go on a cruise thinking you're going to lose weight or not come home heavier, because it's just not going to happen. Even though we were putting on like 16,000 steps a day, which did cost me, it caused me a few problems. If I exercise excessively, my legs welt up, like my calves get welts on them. It's the weirdest thing. And that's been going on since I was in my 20s. So I don't know what that's all about. Anyways, um, but I did not have any old fashions. I did, however, have an old fashioned Friday night. So, and it was delightful right here in Menasha, Wisconsin. They have very good old fashions. I asked Andy. Andy had a great time. And she was, of course, like, whoa, this is so cool. She's never done anything like this trip or a cruise. Cruise is always very spectacular. If you've never been on one, it is very elegant and a little over the top. You're like, wow, look at that. That's cool. So she really enjoyed that. But I asked her, I said, what's your 3 favorites from this trip? And she said, first of all, the scenery was amazing. And she's really outdoorsy. She loves to go hiking and walking. And she thought the scenery was like number 1. She said they were all kind of even. The whale watching expedition that we went on was spectacular. And then she really liked the different food selections. So she's not a picky eater and she tried everything except escargot. I couldn't get her to try the escargot. But next time, right? So she had a really good time. We also, I treated us to massages because they had a really good special going on the ship. If you booked that day, you got 75 minutes for the $60 price, which was fantastic. And they used hot rocks. Have you guys ever done a hot rock massage? Whoa. At first it was kind of like, whoa, what's that on my back? But then it was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I came back really refreshed. We didn't have any trouble getting home. A lot of my friends had a lot of travel problems coming home because there were storms all over the country and it was delaying planes, which then made them miss flights. And some of my Australian friends they took a flight to someplace and missed their flight to get to Australia. So, it was painful for me to hear that for them. But I told Andy to get ready. We were coming into Minneapolis from Seattle late on Monday night. And I said, get ready for us to stay overnight. I just want you to know that that's a really big possibility because we fly into a real small airport here in Appleton, Wisconsin. And I have had the experience that a lot of times those late flights get canceled. The flight crew's out of hours. They don't show up. There's a maintenance issue with the plane. They're not bringing another one in at 9:00 at night or 9:30 for a little flight. But we didn't have any trouble. So we got home at about, I want to say like 11:30 Monday night. And then, of course, I couldn't go to sleep. So I was up till 2:30. I had some jet lag. That was Monday. Tuesday night, I was up till 4:30 in the morning. And then I'm like looking at my watch and go, good Lord, I need to go to bed. So I've been a little messed up, but I think I have it back on track now. So, it's Sam's birthday. Happy birthday, Sam. Somebody else is having a birthday too today. Maybe it's Sam. Let me see. Where did that Sam? Yes, Patricia said that. Happy birthday, Sam. Barbara said the first cruise that she went on, she gained 15 pounds. Well, I only came home with 9 and I'm down to 2 pounds now. So it must have been a lot of water weight from everything that I was eating, I'm sure, because I was like, holy cow, 9 pounds. And then within a couple of days, I was only within a couple pounds when I left. So we did a lot of exercising that I'm not really used to. So since I've been home, I've been going for 1 or 2 walks every day to my nature preserve, which I really love. I even walked around the block one time, not just 1 block, but many blocks because it was just easier. But yeah, I'm up for some exercise now. I think, walking 16,000 steps a day, I should continue trying to get someplace close to that. The salt air causes you to gain. Really? Are you fooling with me, Cynthia? Because I'll take that excuse. I ate a lot. Don't kid yourself. I ate a lot. So that was fun. Steve went up north for the weekend and he had to mow the lawn up at South Park. And he said it was like almost up to his knees. So it was a lot. And then, of course, he blew around all the dust and all the pollen and all the cotton trees are floating their stuff all over and came home really stuffed up. So Hopefully it's not anything serious. He was getting his clothes ready. He told me, I'm going to get my clothes ready for golf in the morning so I don't wake you up. I'm like, you never care about waking me up. And I just heard him vacuuming downstairs when I closed my door to come in here. So, does your husband vacuum or significant other? Do they vacuum for you? Inquiring minds want to know because I was pretty happy to hear that. What else? Val and Dawson. Valerie is swimming like a fish. She's still kind of a little apprehensive about jumping in the deep end. No, I shouldn't say that. She was very apprehensive about jumping in the deep end. She is jumping in the deep end now, and it's very impressive, but it took quite a bit of coaxing. She'll jump in, not all the way in the deep end, but she still can't touch. So we're trying to convince her that it's the same thing. It doesn't matter how deep the water is. You're still not going to touch the bottom. And Dawson is starting to jump in too. He's still got his floaties on. He's got a life jacket with the arm things and the whole thing here, but he'll put his face in and swim. So that's huge, right? What whales did we see? We saw gray whales and humpback whales, and we saw lots of them. The trip that we took, there was it only allowed 6 passengers on the boat, so that was awesome. It wasn't like a big 45 people excursion. It was just me and Barb's brother and his wife, and Andy, and our captain Neil, who was amazing. Like the whole trip, he told us so many things. We learned so many things about whales. It was crazy. And we saw whales, we saw sea lions, we saw sea otters, and we saw eagles. But we have eagles here too. So seeing eagles is like, oh, that's cool. We don't have any whales here, or sea lions, or sea otters. So that was pretty cool. Okay. Terry's husband vacuums. Luann's does not. Cynthia's done 12 cruises. I'm serious. I've done 12 cruises, and when I get home from them, I lose in no time. Yeah, I think it's a lot of water weight and just eating a bunch of crap you don't usually eat, right? I ate a lot of. The one thing that's really disappointing to me about cruise food is their desserts. It is very hard to find one that you really like. They look beautiful. They are knockout gorgeous, could win gorgeous awards for how beautiful they are, but they don't taste very good. They don't use much sugar. And it's probably healthier, but when I'm on a cruise, I'm not looking to be healthy. Let's be real, right? Kimberly's husband does not vacuum, but he does do laundry. Well, that's good. Steve does laundry too. He does all his own laundry. So that's good. And Patricia's husband vacuums. Joanne's husband vacuums. I was a massage therapist and did hot rock massages. Debbie, I did not know that about you. Linda's husband does all the vacuuming. Look at you guys with all the vacuuming. Is my pool fixed? My pool is 100%. Well, no, I can't say that, but it is running fabulously. We still have one jet that we have plugged and turned off that we know the underwater pipe is broken. And the pool is running so well that I don't even think we're going to worry about it, because to fix it, we would have to dig up a huge chunk, like bust up concrete, and oh my God, right? It's just working so good. Kimberly had an otter in her pool once. Well, that would be fun, right? Until they like bite you. They look really cute, but I think they can be quite vicious. Oh, we have so many vacuumers. That's great. Steve never used to vacuum, probably because I always did all the house cleaning. But then when he retired, I quit cooking and things. I quit lots of things when he retired. Oh, Sally says she's been married 47 years. He doesn't even know where the vacuum is. I hear you, sister. I know. Judy's son and his wife were in Alaska at the same time. I have a childhood friend. We moved here from Missouri back to Wisconsin, where my parents were originally from, when I was 11. And I had a next door neighbor that I still keep in touch with through Facebook. And her husband and her mom and her maybe sister were all on an Alaskan cruise almost the same time I was. So if I would have ran into her in a port, that would have been crazy, right? But we talked back and forth and we weren't in a port at the same time. So we got lots of t-shirts and a sweatshirt. Andy and I each got a sweatshirt and several t-shirts and a baseball cap. I brought Molly and Dawson home really cute shirts. So we had a lot of fun shopping in all the different ports. Alaska was beautiful, as always. Our next incentive trip for next year is to Costa Rica. So I'm really excited about that because it's hot there. And then they announced that the trip for 2028 is going to be a Mediterranean cruise to Spain, Italy, and France. So that's exciting for a lot of people. I've already been there and I always love a vacation. So I'm not going to be ungrateful. I will definitely enjoy myself on a Mediterranean cruise. I hope it's warm. It was warm last time we were in Rome. It was super, super hot. So I'm hoping it'll be warm again. Thank you, Patricia. I missed you guys too. It's been really long, right? It was really long. So I have gifts to give away because you know how much I love to give away prizes. First of all, for commenting on my last live video, I have some garden epoxy dots. These are super, super cute. They're very low profile, which I really like, right? No extra postage. Woo woo. And these are going out to Melody Miller of Mason, Ohio. Congratulations, Melody. You will have some happy mail coming your way. Please make sure you leave a comment, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube right now live or the replay, because everybody gets to get entered in a drawing when you comment. And who just said they're going to Mexico? Amy said, I'm going on a 2-week vacation to Mexico. 2 weeks? I would love that. Oh, hang on. I just threw prizes on the floor. I would love that. I would love a 2-week vacation. I did that once. Went to Yellowstone with my parents, my brother, my sister, and Haley when she was little. And my niece and I think my grandma went too. It was so much fun. Like a 2-week vacation is pretty extravagant, right? Yeah, it is. Melody's here. Yay. I'm always happy when you guys are on here because it's so exciting, right? Next up, for sharing this video, there should be a share button on your screen someplace. Click on it and it'll say, where do you want to share it to? And just pick someplace. Facebook is a great place to share. Also, Instagram is a great place to share. TikTok, any of the places. I have Cynthia Wadasek from Lost Creek, Virginia. You have the beautifully adorned ephemera pack coming your way. Thank you so much for sharing my video. I really appreciate that. Or my posts. Everything is a share. We love sharers, right? Congratulations to Cynthia. And last but not least, I have some this 6x6 designer series paper and the gorgeous purple and pink adhesive backed dots. I don't know why they call them purple adhesive. They're called purple adhesive backed sequins, actually, because there's pink, there's fuchsia, there's light pink, there's iridescent, there's white. I don't know. Anyways, I have this beautiful little gift pack on its way to Mary Swanson. Mary from Stevens Point. Congratulations. Yay, Cynthia's here too. Woohoo. Oh, wait, West Virginia. Oh, I have Virginia. I have VA there, but I'm pretty sure that I just wrote that down wrong. So thank you. West Virginia. I will correct that on here and make sure I have the correct address. I'm pretty sure that I do because I looked it up. After I drew your name, I looked up your address to make sure that I had it. Otherwise, I would have to ask for it here. So congratulations to all of you. Winning is a blast, right? And Rhonda knows because she's won before. Okay, I've got lots of things to mail out tomorrow. So tomorrow, Dawson and Valerie have a t-ball game. And then Haley and I are going to head over to my mom's house, which I'm now calling the farm, right? And we're going to go flower shopping. I don't have any flowers yet, like zero, big fat zero. So we're going to go flower shopping and visit with my sister and my nephew and whoever else might be there. And then come back on Tuesday because Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time, I am live for the Stamp Happy Academy live class for the month of June. It's the second one. If you guys aren't familiar with Stamp Happy Academy, you can go to stamphappyacademy.ning.com, or you can just do a Google search for Stamp Happy Academy and you will find it. It is a subscription website that Barb, Dina, and I run. We have been running it for about 5 years now. There are probably thousands of card ideas on there, but we have 3 live classes every month where we do 8 to 9 cards each. So it's like it's a big class. And we also have Stamp Happy Party is on the Stamp Happy Academy website. We just did that last Wednesday night. We each take a fun fold design. We make the same fun fold with all different products, and we all 3 stamp together. Super fun. Lots of shenanigans there. And then our online classes are all on the Stamp Happy Academy. This month, we are featuring the Balloon Festoon bundle with some designer paper, ribbons, and embellishments. We will be making 6 gorgeous cards that you will not see anyplace else. And we also have kits available. This class is part of the Stamp Happy Academy. You can also get the class for $20, the PDF. You can get the kit for $49, or you can get I Want It All with the bundle for $103 with designer paper, 2 different kinds of ribbons, embellishments, pre-cut cardstock for 6 amazing cards. And then you always have lots left over to make more things with on your own. So Balloon Festoon, the link for that class is on my blog at www.astampabove.com. Or you can look under the YouTube video right now in the description. There is a link there for the Balloon Festoon. Go check out all the details. Pick the option that's right for you. Join us for this class. It is going to be amazing. I love these classes. What else do I have? Thank you, everybody who placed orders with me in the last couple of weeks. I so appreciate it. Also, for those of you that took advantage of free shipping last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, thank you so much. I took advantage of it twice. So I put in an order that I had sitting there waiting for free shipping because I knew like on Tuesday that it was coming that week. And then I ended up with another order because I gave away a bunch of prizes at my team meeting. And I was waiting for them to tell me what they wanted, because at my team meetings, I have some of my giveaways are you pick a bundle or you pick a stamp set. Let me know what you want and I'll order it for you. So that's always fun. If you're looking to get a discount on your products, if you're not getting a discount on your products, right under the video on YouTube, you'll find a link to join my team. It is the best of all worlds. So many good things happen there. All right. We have new online exclusives that are going to go live on July 1st. So I've got some swaps that I have to get designed too. I'll probably be working on that tonight after our class, once I get my blog post put together. But something just threw me that I read on the screen. Luann, I am sorry you can't watch the replay of the meeting because guess who forgot to push the record button? I don't know if I've ever done that before, but we had a team meeting last Wednesday night and I didn't push the button to record it. Not everybody can come to the team meeting. It's on Zoom, live. So I always record it and then I send out the recording link. I blew it and I'm sorry. But all the things are on our team blog. I maintain a team blog that has a whole class on it right now. All the recognition is there. Mystery stamping is there. We had so much fun. Go check that out. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Don't forget that if you place an order with me of any amount, you will get a PDF with 10 different card ideas featuring the Waterside Retreat. Those are sneak peeks of the 10 cards. They are so pretty, you guys. It gives you all the dimensions, beautiful pictures, and written instructions on how to make them. Even if you don't have this particular bundle, you could certainly use a different bundle and make the cards with all the measurements. I love looking at layouts and color combinations. Next up, when your order reaches, here we go. Let's go here. Stamp Happy Party. That is the party where Dina, Barb, and I all make the same card with different stuff together. And when your order reaches $35, you qualify for that special party. And the next one is going to be on July 8th. They're always at 7 p.m. Central Time. And then if your order is $50 or more, you get both of those other things, plus you get a tutorial using the Scenic Coast. This is a video tutorial with 12 different card ideas in it. And then, of course, we have the product of the month. This is the little sneak peek using last month's Berry Botanical Vellum, which is super, super pretty. The product of the month this month is Wild Bunch. And oh my goodness, we're going to make the cutest card tonight. I have a whole bunch of different ones to share with you too that I made today. But when your order reaches $75, you can add this to your order for $5. And it is the cutest little thing ever. And then I put together with some demonstrator friends, I put together a PDF using the product of the month. So this month it'll be the Wild Bunch. And it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 card tutorial with videos in it. That comes out after the 27th in the month. And there is that little stamp set. Isn't it so cute? I'm just tickled pink about this one because it is adorable. Here is the Balloon Festoon online class. Like I said, we've got 2 ribbons, some metallic gems, designer series paper that's included with your kit, and also you can choose to add on the bundle. When you add on the bundle, you will get extra designer series paper. We also have an option 2 kit that has the designer paper, the ribbons, the embellishments in it that does not include the bundle. So just wanted to clarify that. Okay. Gosh, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you will get notifications. Click on notifications and it will tell you on your device, Kelly is live or Kelly just posted a video. You definitely want to get those notifications when I've added something new. And click on that like button, give me a thumbs up. That always helps me share my video. And I think it's time to stamp. What do you guys think? Okay, I am going to, oh, hang on. I'm going to go back to my comments, see if I, Pat got her bundle. Yes, Patricia is registered for the class. Excellent. Dolly says, I wasn't going to get it, but then late yesterday, I decided to do an order for free shipping. You're going to love it, Dolly. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. Connie says about my little mishap with the record button. We are humans. Stuff happens. I know. I was so disappointed. So disappointed. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you so much, Trudy. The Balloon Festoon bundle is out of order, but is out of order. It's out of stock right now. This is a pre-order for this class, this particular online class. It will be mailing around the last week of the month, and they will be back in stock by then. So don't worry. We will definitely be able to get our hands on them. Okay. Triple T Mom. She says she got it all. Good for you. I know Elena's on here. She got it all too. Storming really bad, Cynthia says. Ooh, electricity is flickering. Unplug your device. Just unplug it. You'll be fine. I usually unplug my laptop if we're having lightning strikes here because I've never had any problems, but you don't want to find out just how that'll work either. Okay. All right. I have used the button several times already, Dolly says. Yay, good for you. Okay, I am going to flip over to my desktop. And I actually made this card before I left. And so I hope I remember how to do it. Sometimes that's a problem, you guys. You know it. I've proven it. Okay. To the webcam. Here we go. All right, you guys. I am going to be using the the Flowering Meadow bundle tonight, and it is part of a suite. And we've got a stamp set here with 16 different images, as well as dies with 16 different dies. Very, very cool. This is the bomb. This is velvet paper, and that's why it's called Velvet Meadow. And so I got the paper out because I wanted to show it to you. Now, I believe that this paper is on back order right now. Like, we don't have back orders anymore, but It's out of stock, but it'll be back in stock. And of course, I made this before I left when it wasn't. So we're going to make the card tonight anyways. But these white flowers are velvet. And oh my gosh, this is so, so pretty. Let me grab the rest of these. I know I've got that sample sheet here, but that does not do it justice. Look at this. This is a whole 12 by 12 sheet. These white flowers, those little white flowers are velvet, and they are so, so pretty. We've also got little white flowers on here. Oh, I'm just going to pull this out. Who am I kidding? I could do that. Sorry, I hope I'm not making anybody sick with my camera. These little tiny white flowers in between, velvet. So pretty. And then we've got this, which looks to be upside down. There we go. These white little speckly things. They look like Queen Anne's lace maybe, or baby's breath. These are velvet. So pretty. And then we've got our backside. The backsides are really subtle patterns. Look at this. Oh my goodness. And again, the white here, baby's breath or Queen Anne's lace or whatever you want to call it, is velvet. And then very subtle on the background. This is the sheet that I already showed you. So you can make like 6 tall cards out of this sheet. And there's 2 sheets in each one. 12 tall cards. I think we're using this piece tonight too. What else do we have in here? We have this pretty blue. Oh, this one. We're going to be using this piece tonight. All of this white is velvet. So pretty. Okay, let me set this aside. Because also part of the suite, oops, let me get this over here, is the velvet assortment. So this is all velvet. These sheets, the whole thing is velvet. There we go. This feels so nice. We've got green, garden green. I think it's garden green. Let me look for sure. Bubble bath. Peaceful pine. It's our new peaceful pine. Peaceful pine. And it's only one-sided. Bubble bath and white. Oh, hang on. That's not white. Oh, that's white. Oh, here's the velvet. Nope. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Here's the velvet side. Good grief. But this is really, really pretty. So that's also in with the suite. And again, it's called Velveteen Assortment. And let's see. I'm going to get all my little goodies out here. I have got, these are the Dreamy Flowers. They're really pretty too. You've got white, pink, and berry burst. Basic gray and cloud cover ink. I think I'm going to use some rhinestones on my card, but this is part of the suite. It matches all the pretty everythings. But I'm going to use rhinestones because my card is a little different. It is a fun fold, so I'm excited about that. I've got Wink of Stella. We are going to do a little bit of embossing. And, oh, that's my template. I usually make up a template when I'm making a new fun fold, just so I know what I'm doing. And then I can take it and put my little instruction sheet on the back of it so that I don't have to recreate the wheel if I want to make that fun fold again. Okay, let's get out our bits and pieces. All right, here comes everything. Now, let's see. Oh, let me put that over there. I'm going to put this over here. This over here. Here we go. So I've got a basic white envelope here. Oh my goodness. Did somebody say Valerie lost a tooth? Is Haley on here? Where did that go? Granny. Jared, Haley's on. Granny, Valerie just lost her first tooth by running into the edge of a chair. It knocked it out. Oh my gosh. The tooth fairy better be ready to come to our house tonight. She has been going to lose her tooth for so long, you guys. And we've been volunteering to tie a string around it and close a door and take a Nerf gun and blow it out that way. But nope. I hope her face is okay from running into the chair and there weren't tons and tons of tears, right? Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Valerie, I can't wait to see your toothless little smile. How exciting is that? Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, you guys, that is so exciting. I can't wait to hear all about the tooth fairy. This is the first lost tooth in their house as parents. So this is going to be very exciting. First of all, we are going to start with the gorgeous Velvet Meadow. And this is the pattern that I am going to use for our card. And I just always want to feel it because it just feels so, so nice. This piece is 5 1/4 by 12. So I'm going to go ahead and get my trimmer out here and score this. We are going to score this at 4 and 8. And again, I hope I know how to make this this card because it's been a while. It's been a few weeks since I actually created this. I was going to try to do, by the way, you guys, I was going to try, we're doing 4 and 8. I was going to try to do another live, not live class for you for the second Sunday that I was gone on that cruise, and I just couldn't make it happen. And I finally pulled the plug on my idea and said, Kelly, you need to pack and you need to go to bed. So that's why it didn't happen. But I made this card and the other card that'll come after this one for that purpose, and then wasn't able to get it all done before I left. So, and I know you guys understand, but that's why I'm saying, oh, I hope I can remember how to make this because, okay. So first thing we're going to do here. Now we've got this. I'm going to turn this over. Oh gosh, I thought I felt, I'm a little freaky. I thought I felt a bug crawling on my lap, but it was just the drawstring from my shorts. Another pincher bug incident. I'm going to grab my ruler and my pencil. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take our ruler and we're going to measure up 2 inches from the bottom of our layer. So there's 2 inches. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut from there all the way up to this tip. And this is a really easy fun fold because all you have is 2 score lines and this diagonal cut, and you are rocking a fun fold. And it is a little tricky because our paper is 12 by 12. And yeah, we'll see if we can make this happen. See how I've got this over my edge here? That's the way it has to be. Okay, so I've got that lined up in the channel. And then I'm going to bring this down here. I've got this line, this point lined up in the channel also, just so you guys can see what I'm doing there. And I'm going to line it up again because it all moved. But we're going to cut that off. Here we go. Ready? Boom. And there we go. This is what we have left. And this you can use for something else. We're not going to use it on this card. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to fold on these score lines. And this paper is a little different in that it's kind of thicker. So when you do your score lines, be careful. You know, I didn't press it hard enough to make the paper crack or anything, but you can definitely feel that score line once you start moving it. And I scored from this side versus this side because you've got all that velvet on there. Okay, so we did that one. I want to make sure this edge is straight. And now we're going to bend this back and make sure that everything is nice and straight. And if you cut it right, it's going to fit just perfect. And look I see that mine's a little long here, so I'll probably trim it off just a touch. Because you see it's kind of sticking out here. We'll see if that, yeah, that's going to matter. I'm not going to like that. So I'm going to bring this back in. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to draw a little line right there so that I can see that I got that a little wide. Oh boy. This is the back ass words. No, no, that's not what I wanted to say. You know what I mean. I'm not going to say it again. Good Lord. Oh, maybe it is what that is not what I meant to say. Okay, that looks good. Yep, now it's fitting over here much better. Okay. So what we have there is this nice, nice little diagonal. Good grief. Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, I got to read another message. Hang on. Drawstring bug. I know, right? Okay, here we go. No damage to the face, pretty much no tears, just fright at the blood that comes with it. She's very excited for the tooth fairy. She's been waiting all year for this as her classmates lost teeth. Well, I'm glad there's no tears, and I do understand the panic with the blood. Valerie does not do well with blood, but Val, I'm so proud of you. That is so exciting. Okay, so this is our card. All right, that was it. That's all we did. Cut 2 inches up to the corner and fold on those score lines that were scored at 4 and 8. So now we have to do the rest. So I decided to use Peaceful Pine. This is our brand new in color. This is going to be the back of my card. So we can go ahead and glue that on right now. Thank you guys for telling me to read the message. Yeah, I'd be sitting here the whole time going, oh my gosh, I hope she's okay. Like, I hope she doesn't have a big bruise on her face or anything. Good grief. No crying. That's crazy, right? You smack your mouth on a chair. I'd have cried. Way to go, Valerie. She's pretty tough cookie. Okay, so this is 4 by 5 1/4. Nope. I'm going to fix that. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's a quarter sheet of cardstock. So we're gonna, oh boy, that's not right. Oh boy. Oh, hang on. I messed this up. Oh, we're gonna start over. Sorry, guys. I totally messed that up. Do not cut there. I told you I messed something up. I'm gonna grab a new piece of cardstock. I want to show you the right way to make this because that is not the right way. I cut it off wrong. Okay, so we've got 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I knew I would mess something up because it's been too long. Here we go. All right, then we're going to take that other half of that sheet that I used. Oh, I don't have a half a sheet. Okay, so this is 5 1/4 by 12. Let's make sure this is going the right way. You definitely want this to be, if your paper has a definite pattern. And now this is 5 1/4 by 12. We are going to score this at 4 and 8. So you're going to get double duty on this one. So you should not make this mistake. I wish I could put on the screen, don't do this, but I can't. 4 and 8. And see, I drew a picture of what I was supposed to do, but I drew it wrong. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 inches up, but we're not going to go all the way to here. We're going to go to that second score line, which I can't even see. So hang on. Or I didn't push hard enough. This paper is, like I said, it's a little thicker. I can see that one a little bit better, but I'm going to just push it hard too. Okay. So this is the front. My pattern is right side up. We are going to measure up. Where did my ruler go? I have lost it. Here it is. We're going to measure up 2 inches. Just, whoops. Just like that. 2 inches. And then we're going to cut from there to that score line here, not all the way to the corner. So we're going to cut from this line to here, not over to there. So that's actually going to be easier. I'm like, I don't remember having trouble getting this in my paper cutter, but I'm like, oh, what do I know? It was 2 weeks ago. Probably 3 weeks ago, actually. Okay, so from that mark to that score line on the other end here. Okay, there we go. Whew. That was easy to fix. I'll do something else with that other card. Don't worry. I'm not wasting all that paper. Okay, so here comes. Where'd my card go? Yep, just like this. We're going to fold this. And then we're going to fold this. And you know what? If you take that piece, let's say this is 5 1/4. If you take it and score it in 4 inches and then score it in 4 inches from the other side, which is the same as at 4 8, it's going to come out absolutely perfect here. We don't need to trim anything off. So that's a good little tip, right? Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to cover up this whole background, which when I did this one, I'm like, oh, something's wrong, right? But you can still use this, but this looks much nicer. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Phew. Good grief. So now I'm going to glue this in place. That really threw me for a loop. Well, of course it did, Kelly, because it was wrong. All right. And I'm going to just press down. There we go. So this is our pretty, pretty card. So now on to the rest. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to take this piece. This is cloud cover. And I wrote down all my dimensions, but I didn't write down which one went to which. So this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And all these dimensions will be on my blog about an hour or so after we're done tonight. So you can always go back and find them there. So we've got this piece. And then I'm going to grab this little white piece. This is 3 by 4 1/4. We're going to do a little bit of stamping here, and then we can just put our card together. It's super duper easy. Hang tight. We're going to take our cloud cover, and we're going to stamp on cloud cover. So again, this one's 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. We're going to stamp these two. Make sure I got those 2 little flowers right down there. And then I'm going to grab the little insides of the flowers. Those little, what are those things called, you guys? The little spriggy deals. I can't remember to save my butt here. These are really, really easy to place. Look how pretty those are. So that's for the inside of our card. This is going to be an insert that goes in the pocket. So I thought I am actually making a, it's not a birthday card, but it could be, but it's going to say cheering you on. So I'm going to use cloud cover, and I'm going to stamp that on my white layer, like right about there. Oh, that's crooked. I don't like that. We're going to try that again. Let's try it again. That looks better. Okay, and then I'm going to take, ooh, I need my Peaceful Pine. Where is that? Here it is, Peaceful Pine. And I got my little label here, so I had it wrong in my little holder. I'm going to take this and I'm going to stamp it right about there. And then there's these little flowers that match right up with that. And I'm going to go for the cloud cover. Sorry for sticking my arm right in everything. And then these are really easy to see where to place those, which I absolutely love. Okay, so we got that done. Hang on. Okay, this gets put on the Peaceful Pine, and this one is 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. This is going to be the insert that goes in that diagonal pocket on the front, which is super pretty. Thanks, Joe. Joe says it's okay. We love mistakes on live, so we know what to do if it happens to us. That is very true. Stamens, that's what it is. The stamens on the flowers right here. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so this little piece is actually going to go right in here. Isn't that clever? And then you still have a card to open. So we're going to take this one and we're going to put it right in here. And I'm just going to add some, whoops, I just dripped glue all over my desk. Hang on, get that out of here. I'm going to put that one. Whoops, I got a little bit of glue right there. Can tell I'm out of practice. I shouldn't be. I made a bunch of cards today. Here we go. Okay. This is going to be the layer that we write on. And then this is going to be what goes in here. So now we have a whole bunch of things to do to make the front of this card prettier. So let's do those. First thing I'm going to do is take my embossing buddy. This is part of the embossing tool editions kit where you get all this stuff together, which is really nice. And I'm grabbing my Versamark. I need to clean my stamp off here. Oops, hang on. I'm pinching my chamois. Don't pinch your chamois. Okay, we're going to do this. Oops. And I'm going to stamp that. And then we're going to grab we're going to close this up. Always golden rule, close your ink pad. Don't get out any embossing powder until you close your ink pad because, oh, good Lord, it's a mess. If you get powder in it, it doesn't come out. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. It's just disastrous. Okay. And then before we finish that, we also have a scrap of this. And I am going to stamp my sentiment. Breaking my rule. My powder is still open here. We're going to do that. Oh, that looks kind of crooked. Hang on. There we go. And then we're going to close this up and we're going to pour a little powder on here. This is Peaceful Pine. It says so many reasons to celebrate. Okay, now we're going to heat. Get ready for some noise. This is a good time to take a little break. If you need to run, grab something, all the things. Some people like to wave their thing around. You don't have to do that. If it makes you feel good, you can, though. Get a little exercise, right? Make sure that everything is nice and glossy. Just like magic. Just like magic. Okay, let me get this stuff out of the way. Here's my embossing buddy. Don't lose your embossing buddy. Okay, time to take a drink. What are you guys drinking? I have a brand new bottle with no stickers on it. That needs to change quickly. Okay, I am drinking strawberry lemonade, which is very delightful. We are going to, oops, turn them over, Kelly. We're going to, oh, I feel that bug on my leg again. I'm going to have to tuck these in. It's not really a bug. It's the strings, my drawstrings. Okay. All right. We're going to do that. Then, oh, there's a label. Hang on. I got to grab that from my Sweet Words and Labels dies. I just brought in this little label that's right here. So I'm going to die cut that on here. And we're going to use these leaves. We've got some really nice, pretty little leaves. And the stem, I think this is the one that I use. There's lots of stems in here and little flowers and all kinds of great stuff. Let me make sure this is the one that I used. It is. Okay, so we're going to use this stem and these leaves. Another scrap here of the Peaceful Pine. We're going to die cut all of these things. And, oh, hang on, I forgot something. We're going to die cut all these little flowers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little flowers. We're going to die cut some of those on the cloud cover. So we're going to pull those off. And then we've got only one of these. I wish there were more of these, but this is for the inside of this flower. So we're going to die cut a couple of those. We got all these little things going on. And now I am going to bring all those little goodies in here. So let me put these away so I do not lose them. I lost a stamp the other day, and oh my gosh, I thought I was going to have a little hissy fit, but I ended up finding it. So that was good. And I'm going to actually stick these back in here because they're so tiny. You don't want to lose any of those tiny little pieces, right? Those don't matter. They're bigger. Okay. Got all these fun things. I'll also put these in with the stamp set, and I can use them again for a different project because, you know, you embossed them. You can't throw them away. Okay. Now, the one thing that I wanted to tell you that I forgot, this is the velvet. This is the velvet paper, and that's what I did the leaves from, is the velvet paper. So it's hard to see in the camera, but it's got such a pretty little texture to it. And then I'm going to take these teeny weenies. Let's see, I need 1, 2, how many did I need? 1, 2, 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. I don't need this one. And I've got 2 of those little flower centers. I'll bring them up here so you can actually see what they look like. They're so little, but they're so pretty. Ah! Okay. And I'm going to hit them with the Winkostella. And this just adds a little bit of extra magic to your project with that little glimmer on these tiny little flowers. And I just kind of hold them with the tip of my stubby little fingernail. I gotta go get my nails done. Haley, if you're watching still, I did an impressive patch job on my fingernails. You guys can't even tell how crappy they are, can you? I have a color similar to this, and I just colored all the little chips. I painted all the little chips so I wouldn't look like I was, I don't know, camping for 2 weeks maybe is a good way to put it. Okay, so there's all our little pieces. Now we're going to decorate this up. So what I'm going to do here is I left this piece small enough so it would fit in here really good. And I think I want to use some tear and tape on this edge to close up this pocket. So I'm going to do that. Is somebody yelling outside? Maybe not. I think I heard like a disturbance. Oh, it sounds like somebody is yelling. Okay, I'm going to do that on the side. I'm just going to put a little bead of glue right at the bottom here so our pocket doesn't, like our little insert doesn't fly out of there. Hang on, I can't find my take your pick tool. Here it is. Boy, I've made such a mess already. Okay. Haley sent me some really cute videos of when Val was just starting to talk. And it was so funny because she was playing with an iPad, but not really doing anything, just flipping the camera back and forth on herself. And she said, "We have to call Granny." And she could barely talk. And Haley's like, "Why do we have to call Granny?" "Because soccer might be canceled." It was so funny. But why did I start telling you that? I can't even remember. I'll think of it. Sorry. So random. Okay, look at that. We have to call Granny. I don't remember why. All right, then the other thing that I did, let's just skip that part that I just said so I don't sound as crazy as I feel right now. But this is one of those pieces of paper in our designer series paper. And I really wanted some of this for a circle. So let me find my circle dies. I'm using them in on another card. So I really wanted a circle. So I took the stylish shapes. I think, gosh, did I use this one? Yeah, I used the third from the largest. But I didn't want to mess this up because it's really hard to like do a bunch of things on here and lose these flowers. Like, I don't know why. I'm just a little weird. So I cut this to be like 4 inches wide. And then I decided that if I took a circle out of here, I could still use this piece, right? So I flipped it over and I did like this. And I die cut a circle out of a weird place in this piece. And when I did that, just like this, we're going to use this for the next card because I didn't want to waste how pretty that was, right? Oh my gosh. So here's the circle that I wanted, and this is actually going to go on the front here. So I was very strategic about where I took my circle from in this piece so that I could use this. Okay. I am going to take this and put it up on dimensionals. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm still trying to think of why I started telling you that story. It was about old videos. There was a reason. I can't remember why. And this is kind of like a little, I don't know, it looks kind of like a screen, like the pattern in a screen. So I didn't want it to be straight up and down. I kind of put it sideways, and I really liked it like that. Not that it matters, but that's what I did with mine. And I'm going to take these leaves down here. We're going to put that stem on here first. And I want to kind of look at my flowers because this goes right in here. I want you to see how this works. Oops, that's already glued down. But these two flowers go right on those stems. So you can see a little bit of that stem in the crack. Crack kills. Okay. So that's how I'm going to put these on here. And I want these to be fairly close to the top. So this is where I'm going to glue it on. And I guess the best way for me to do that is to then take and cut that off. So now I know how far down I need to go. That's what I was trying to say. If I think of why I told you that story about Val, I will let you guys know. But it's just escaping me why I started that. Grief, my brain. Oh, thanks, Joe. You're so sweet. I promise you, I do not pay Joe to say all these nice things. Okay, so dimensionals on here. And I'm going to bring these right down in here. Now you want to make sure that this doesn't, there's no dimensionals hanging out up here to interfere with this, right? Okay, now I'm just going to fill in. I'm going to fill in with little leaves all over the place. And that's all that I did here is I just kind of put that down. Going to give this a little bit of glue right there on the stem. Going to hook it right down in there. Here comes another one. I just kind of want this one to go. Oh, look how that just fills all that in, right? So pretty. And I wish you could be here with me always, but you could see how really pretty this velvet paper is because it's really quite spectacular in person. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here. So I just want dimensionals underneath the ends. So I'm just going to use some little babies. And I'm going to put this right in here like this. Just got to try to center it from side to side, make sure that it looks straight. It does. And then I thought, this kind of is bare to me. So that's where these little flowers come in. And I knew I'd lose one of them. Nope. I need another one. But I got one right here because I had too many. But I have to put some ink on it. I knew I'd lose one of those little puppies. Okay, so I'm going to take a tiny little bit of glue. That's just a teeny weeny little dot of glue. Put that right there. And then we'll do another little flower, like kind of right down here. And these make nice little embellishments. Okay, right there and right there. This last one, look at, here they are. Whew. You guys are probably yelling at me on the screen like, here they are. Hi, Chris from Australia. Okay, this is another one of those teeny weeny little flowers. I'm going to put that one right there. Make sure that it sticks to the glue. Let that dry just a touch. We're going to take these little guys, these little flower center thingers, and we're going to add those to our embossed flower. And there's just like a nice little place right in the center where they set. Now, this is a good time to bring out take your pick tool for placement. I'm just going to set that one right there. This one's upside down. And let that dry just a touch. Oh my goodness, look at how pretty that is, you guys. Okay, here's that leftover flower. I'll set that over here because you can't throw away the flowers. Now I'm going to bring my rhinestones in. And again, these are the flowers, which are really pretty that you get with the suite, but they didn't really have any place on the card that I'm making. So I'm going to take little tiny rhinestones and put those, these are the smallest ones on our rhinestone card. Put those right in there. Isn't that so pretty? And then I'm also going to put one on this one. I don't usually do things for the inside, but this isn't really the inside. This goes in that little pocket. This goes right here. And then here's that. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? Hi, Ingrid. I'm happy to see you here tonight. And then let's get our envelope decorated. Here we go. I need this and this and this. We're going to use all three. We're going to make a really pretty envelope. This is a peaceful pine. Go just like that. And I have to wash this again. I should have done my envelope when I was doing my other things, but you know, it's a lot to remember. Oh, that's not right. Oh, crud. Hang on. I'll make that for something else. I need the two stem. Nope, that's not it either. That's not it either. Where is it? What happened to it? Okay, hang on. I'm missing. Oh, it's right here. Okay, we're good. Don't worry, we're good. We're going to do this. See how there's a break in that stem? Weird, right? But it's just like the die that allows for that stem to be shown underneath. This break allows for you to stamp the flowers right in between. Isn't that the coolest thing? I love that they like thought of everything here. And then we'll bring in the, is it stamen? Is that what they are? I think that's what Joe said. In basic gray. Oh, so pretty. Whew. Boy, that was a little rough, but we rocked it at the end, right, you guys? It was a little rough on that one. I'm a little rusty. Here we go. Let's bring this back in here. My spectacular little card. I thought this was so pretty. Absolutely love this one. And again, I made that before I left, wanting to make you guys alive for that last Sunday that I was gone, but that didn't work out. And then I'll show you where I got this. I got the idea from this card using the fern and flora, right? Yeah, so you can do all kinds of things with this fun fold. And I would call this an angled trifold. That sounds good to me, right? angled trifold. Super pretty. Now, I was looking at the products that are available or out of stock right now, and I wanted to let you guys know. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I spelled fern wrong. I spelled it with an M. So, whoops, that's not right. This is velvet. That's why. VLVT. Hang on, I'm looking at something here. This collection, the paper is out until, I think it's supposed to be back in this week, as well as the dyes for this suite of products. So they're supposed to be back in stock this week. I just wanted to let you know that. Phew, because that had me kind of in a quandary too. I'm like, oh, good grief, I can't change things at this point, but I decided to go through with it. So do you want to see the card that I'm going to make with this? I think you do. So hang tight. Let me move this all out of the way. Oh, I know. I was going to show you, as long as I had this fern out here, I have a gazillion swap cards with this one. So I thought, well, this is a good time for show and tell. Look at how pretty these are. Oh, yeah, let me get back to my screen so I can see what I'm doing here. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Beautiful. Here comes another one. Oh my gosh. The Fern and Flora, I think the dyes are out on that, but expected back this week also. Hang on. No, nothing outside. Okay, let's just keep going here. Isn't that so pretty? I love the colors in this. It's just crazy beautiful. Here's another one. They use vellum in the background. Some of these are swap cards. Some of these are team member cards. I did a bundle swap with this. So everybody made cards using this particular bundle, which is always fun. Look how pretty that is, right? Oh my goodness. So I wanted to share these with you before I forgot. Oops, here we go. Look at this as a fun fold. Oh, wow. So pretty. There's another one with the olive flutter. Or isn't that? Yeah, I think that's the olive flutter, that butterfly punch. Comes another, just pretty with soft sea foam. Oh, this one's a holy cat daddy. This one has a belly band on it. Look how pretty that is. Ready? What? Holy cannoli. Look at how pretty that is. I think this one is, oh, this is from my friend Lori Krause. I could actually show you how to make this one. Oh, so pretty. And last but not least, this one is from Kathy Miller. She's also on my team. So pretty. So I wanted to share these with you guys before I forgot. Oh, love this. This is also another great benefit of being on my team, is to be able to swap. We have a team swap every single month, and it's oh so fun. So fun to be able to swap. Okay. Here, I'll leave this here for a second. Let me clean my mess up here a little bit. I can move on to the next thing. I'm going to need those again. I don't need this. There's all the paper. Good grief. Like I said, I can make a real mess here in a very short period of time. All right. Oh, and this is my little template that I cut so that I would know what I was doing. I should have looked at this before I cut that off. But now I'll take my directions that I write up and I'll put them right on the back here. And then I can put this in with my templates in my template drawer, and I will just always have it. But I do need to fix this right here because that was a little wrong. This was scored, and then, yeah, that's what my picture needed to look like, not what I did the first time. So always kind of a good idea to make up templates. That's what we do a lot on the Stamp Happy Academy website, is we make up templates that you can keep and use over and over and over. Okay, here we go. Here comes our next project. So let me move this out of the way. I'll get this over here too. we are going to be using one of these pieces, right? And let's see, mail 531, need get well stamp. Huh. I have a note here. I have no idea what that means. All right. I'll figure that out later. Time to take a drink. Oh my gosh. Pearl says she ordered the fern paper to make a big card supply for her sister for her birthday. She needs nothing and loves to send cards. That is absolutely perfect. Come on, hurricanes. It is 1-0. This is not good, Christine. Okay. Here comes all of our goodies we're going to use for this card. I've got the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. I'm also using the prayers and promises stamp set as well as the dies. Hang on, I gotta find those dies that I just pulled out. Here they are. So we could use them on the other card. The sweet words and labels dies. So that's part of a bundle. So I just have that in here for that. But we're going to use this and prayers and promises. And then this layer for my last card. So let me get out my bits and pieces here. Oh, here's a scrap. We've got a scrap of Berry Burst, which is one of the colors in here. And then, let me think if I know what I'm doing. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. This has been a long time. So I've got thick white, 4 1/4 by 11. I've already scored it here at 5 1/2. So we'll get that done. We're going to figure this one out together, guys. I have no clue what my idea was for this. You think you're always going to remember stuff, but then in reality, you don't. One thing I do know that I'm going to do is a little bit of embossing. So, we've got our Berry Burst. We've got our Versamar. I'm going to use the Sending Love. I'm using Sending Love a lot tonight. Next cards use Sending Love too. Sending Love. We are going to, oops, I just did away with this. Use some white embossing powder. I love how dark colors really pop with white words. I just think they're so pretty. And if like Pearl, who's making a whole bunch of cards, if you're going to make more than one card, and I highly recommend you do that, you stamp a whole bunch of Sending Loves and emboss them all at the same time. So we're going to take our heat tool and we're going to get that all embossed just like that. So we've got our little label embossed here. And the other layers that I have for our card are cloud cover that are 4 by 5 1/4, and then a basic white that is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I think I need that little circle that I was supposed to hang on to. Hang on while I try to find it. Oh, no. Nope, no circle. We are going to take this piece and we're going to cut it to... Okay, so I want this to be a layer on the front. So I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. This is 4 inches wide. I am going to, oh, look at, I've got 2 of them here. They're on different sides, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And it's going to go on here. So I'm wondering what my thought process was on this. I think I was going to do this. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment right in that circle. Do you think I can do it? I think I can. Okay. What color ink should I use? I'm thinking I should use Secret C. Something nice and dark. Yeah? I think I heard a yes. Okay, let's hold this in place just like that. Again. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a little bit off. So we'll try it the other side. So we can get it just right. This time I'll stand up. Ready, you guys? Oh, yeah, this is going to be better. Oh, perfect. That's so nice. Okay, so it says, keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, remembering you in my prayers. And I love that. So what was I going to do with this? Probably, yep, I think I was just going to put this down here. I really like that. I have some butterflies here. I have some ribbon here. I'm going to take this and put it on here. And so we've got keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, remembering you in my prayers, sending love, praying that the Lord's promises will bring you hope and comfort in the days ahead. I like that a lot. So this is actually going to be a very nice sympathy card. Very pretty, soft. Oops, let's put this on there. We've got to get a bigger block. And that's going to go on this one. And I'm going to use Secret Sea again. It's almost black, but it's not. Let's see if I can get this on here straight. Oh, look at that. That is really good. I don't know what I was going to do with the ribbon, though, so that has me a little confused, but we'll figure that out in a second. This is going to be our inside. Since we have a white card base, I just thought it would be nice, excuse me, to dress it up a little bit. And we'll pop this on the inside of our card. And that just looks so much nicer, don't you think? I like doing stuff like that. Sometimes just a white background is fine, but other times I want it to be just a little bit more. That. And then we've got this. So I think what I should do here is I should pop this up on dimensionals. Yeah, that sounds grand. Here we go. Lots of them. And I need one more over here. So I'm going to take one of these edges that's a little thinner. Good idea, huh? Oh, and maybe one more dimensional over here. Now, what I was thinking is maybe I could tie some ribbon right over here. We're going to make that decision together. I don't know why I have this circle punch. I think I was going to punch out a circle and then slide it under there if I couldn't get this straight, you guys. Do you know what I mean? You can like stamp your sentiment on here. Let's do that. I'll show you what I mean. Because sometimes that's tricky, stamping inside a circle like that. So you could do this and punch it out in a circle. And this circle is bigger than this circle. So while you have this all together like this, you could take this and put it under here and make it perfectly straight. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to do what I just did, which is pretty crazy that it worked. Is this the one that I want to use? Or was this the one that I wanted to use? I think somebody's doing fireworks outside. Oh, that one's crooked. This must be the one. Yep, that's the one that I want. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, and then we'll see if we want to insert that ribbon, because we can do that at that time. You take your pick tool at an angle and then pick it up straight. Sometimes we have a hard time getting our backings off these dimensionals, but that works pretty darn good for me, especially when I had acrylic nails because they're so thick you couldn't do anything. Wow, that was a Christmas miracle too. Okay, so this, oh my gosh, this is turning out so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and cover up that mistake. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this news. So while I was gone, I was having, maybe I didn't tell you, I was having some problems with my turbo in my Explorer. So while I was gone, yeah, I like this a lot. Steve took it into the Ford dealership where they confirmed that the turbo was blown and it needed some, I don't know what he said, rocker arm things or something else in the front end, blah, blah, blah. So while I was on my Alaskan cruise, I got the great news that the estimate to fix it was $5,000. And I was like, what the beepity beep are you talking about? It's got 130,000 miles on it and it needs a $5,000 repair. You've got to be kidding me. But it got worse from there. I think I'm going to put this right over here. Sending love. That's just a nice little kind of an embellishment. So when I got home, we went and picked it up. It was more like $6,000. And I talked to the girl when we picked it up. I'm like, you see many of these like this? And she goes, yeah, we've seen a few. And I go, so it's a problem? And she goes, meh. I said, how did I say that? Is Ford recognizing it as a problem? She's like, no. I'm like, no, of course not. The last time I had a problem with this Explorer, a piece of it flew off going down the freeway. Like the body of the car flew off. And I had to pay for it. But then like 6 months later, I got a check for the same amount in the mail from nobody. Like it didn't have any recognizable name on the check. But it was from Ford acknowledging that pieces of their Explorers were flying off. Have you ever had a piece of car fly off? I know you guys remember this story. Okay, so I've got the in color butterflies, which I thought would be super, super pretty on here. And I'm thinking, I'm going to go with the Golden Glow because it's got Golden Glow in here. And I'm just going to put a few little Golden Glow butterflies on here because they're so stinking adorable. But anyways, yeah, so I came home to a almost $6,000 repair bill on my Explorer. So that was great. And you know what my husband said? Well, better get to work. Yeah, you got that right, palsy Wellesley. Yeah, it was horrifying. Like, in what world does that sound normal? Oh, whoa. What do you guys think? How did I do? I think this is so pretty. And of course, I would stamp up another envelope. I don't know what that is. To match this. Oh, maybe that's what this is for. Oh, maybe. Let's do that. Huh, why not? I'm going to cut this and we'll make a little velvety envelope because I can. 2.5. There we go. I wondered why I had that here. That probably wasn't why, but it seems logical to me at this point. I hate cars. I hate cars and all the repairs. Oh, and then Haley and Jared were over on Saturday. Or maybe, no, it was the day before. I don't know when. They were here. And I noticed, it was Friday, I noticed a puddle of oil in the driveway. And we met for fish. And I said, hey, did you park in the driveway when you were over? She's like, yeah, why? And I said, well, you got an oil leak. And so we got it to our wonderful mechanic who does work on our older vehicles. And all it was a loose oil plug. The oil plug was loose and he tightened it up. If Steve would have been here, of course, he would have looked at it, but he was gone all weekend and it was leaking enough oil that I was worried. I didn't want her driving it, you know? So look at that, you guys. So I made a card out of this so I could get that circle. That's how this came about. I think that turned out pretty good, huh? Yeah. Oh, I missed a whole bunch of, thank you guys. I missed a whole bunch of your comments. If anybody asked me something, and just lately made the circle. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nancy said I could have used a pencil. I could have. But you know what? This is even easier to be able to tuck under there. Like, oh, that's just a great idea. But it just worked out. If it hadn't have, I'd have done this. Oh, did I put my, oh yeah, I did. Praying. Did I put that? Okay. Keeping you in my thoughts, holding you in my heart, remembering you in my prayers, praying that the Lord's promises will bring you hope and comfort in the days ahead. Isn't that so nice? And again, prayers and promises. This is a really nice stamp set. There's 11 different sentiments in there that have to do with praying, sending love, and sympathy. So there we go. All right. Are you guys up for one more? What time is it? 8:30. It's already 8:30. Do you want to see one more card? Because I can give you one more card. And I actually made a ton of cards. Well, I made 4 or 5 more with the same layout, but with different little images to share with you tonight. So you let me know, and I will just keep cleaning up here just a touch and moving my stuff out of the way so I can bring out some more crazy mess. Oh, we love a crazy mess. All right, I'm coming back to see what you said. Let me put this away. We'll get rid of that. I'll use those yet. Here we go. Whew. Okay. Thank you, Diane. Happy to see you here. All right. I had to look at it real hard before I commented. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Nancy. All right. Am I going to do anything with the ordinary life? Yes, as a matter of fact. That is the next thing that I'm going to do. And who said, I wish I could get those labels? Are you, Amy, are you talking about the these labels right here? They are going to be available if they're on back order right now or out of stock. They're coming back. Okay. Okay. I've got lots of people saying, yes, ma'am. Well, you didn't say yes, ma'am. You don't have to say yes, ma'am to me. You know, I'm not fancy like that. That makes me feel old too. Ordinary life. Here we go. Yes, indeeders. I love this paper. It is so, so pretty. So here comes, oops, let me put this back over here. Here comes, there we go. Here comes all the pretty. So this is our product of the month called Wild Bunch. Oh, Amy, that's right. I'm so sorry. The whole silly old bear is not available in Canada. I forgot about that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's only available in the United States. Wild Bunch. We've got 14 different stamps in here, and this is so stinking cute. Got a little background stamp. We've got happy birthday, thank you, just some general sending loves, hi friend, a note, penguin, koala, heart, sprig, snail, little bull. Good grief, so cute. I brought this in because I went looking for some flowers. And I decided to use these flower dies that are in here to go with my super cute card. So this is a bundle. It's called Fragrant Layers. It's got some really cool dies in it, some labels in it, lots of flowers, 15 different stamps. I'm just using the dies. And a gazillion little cards here. I'm going to use the array of dots as my embellishments. And I pulled all of my colors from the paper. I've got some blends here. and the Lazy Daisy embossing folder because this is one of my favorites. And I thought it would go good with the flowers. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set this off to the side. I'm going to bring this in. I made a card with all of the animals in the same layout. So I will show you all of those. And I will try to do this not really rushed, but quickly because I know we're kind of pressing our time here. I'm going to lose some people soon. And I want everybody to be able to see this and have fun. Oh, look at a little die was running all by itself. That is not good. Get that back in here. Okay, so here's all of our card bits. I am starting out with a half a piece of Pool Party, 8.5 by 5.5. And again, all of these measurements, shopping list, details, all the colors that I use for all the things will be on my blog after I'm done. Then I've got 2 pieces of basic white, 4 by 5.25. And I am going to take one of these and add a little 3/4 inch strip by 3 3/4 to it just to go on the inside of my card. This is going to be an all occasion card. And so I just want a little decoration inside my card base. We'll do that. So pretty already, right? Okay, then I've got a scrap of the Ordinary Life Designer Series paper. Beautiful Ordinary Life, it's called. These are all scraps. White, Strawberry Slush, Pool Party, Daffodil Delight. This paper is the Artisan Sketched Garden paper. And I'm using the black and white polka dot side. And just to refresh your memory a little bit, this is the paper. This is a whole pack of black and white, beautiful, gorgeous, amazing black and white paper. You know I love black and white. So if you're looking for a new black and white, this is your baby. Like, yeah, just get 2. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to take this other white layer that we didn't put on the inside, and we are going to emboss it in our Lazy Daisy embossing folder. So I'm going to line that up with my line. We're going to run that through our machine. Bam, here we go. I'm going to take this strip. This is 1 by 5.25, and we are going to glue it to our Lazy Daisy, not right in the center, but down just a little bit. Just like that. Oops. Got to make sure you have enough glue on it because this is a 3D folder. So it's the glue's got to connect and you got to let it set for just a second. And we're going to turn this off. Now we're going to take, I need some petal pink too. But instead of getting that out, I'm looking for my stylish shapes here. Here we go. I'm going to use this. Let me get these situated in here again. And all of these circles, I want the second from the largest, and then this banner from the stylish shapes. I'm going to die cut this banner on the striped paper, and that's going to give us this. Then I'm going to die cut a petal pink, second from largest circle, and that'll give us this. We've got all of these, and what we're going to do with those is flowers. So we've got this flower from the Fragrant Layers dies. Got this flower, and look at those. You get 7 flowers in one pass. So I made up all of these, and then it's got this little die in it too. This isn't it, but it's got a little outline die that layers on there. We're not going to use that, but I wanted you to see it. So we've got all those little flowers that I die cut here and put in my sweet little pineapple from Priscilla. She got this for me in Hawaii. So I love this little cup. Okay. That's what we're using all of these for. Okay. So let's keep going here. I am going to get my card on, my card front. And we're going to put this right on here. I think I really love this Beautiful Ordinary Life paper because it is some of my favorite colors. I love all of these colors just so, so much. Then we're going to take this and add it with dimensionals. And this again is Petaled Pink. I got done with these cards today. I'm going to tell you I was a little giddy because they're super duper cute. Okay. Then we're going to put this right on here. So what I want to do is add a couple dimensionals down at one end like that. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on here. And we're going to put this about right here. Just want to make sure that's straight with my black and white strip. Just like that. Okay. And then we've got a scrap of white so that we can stamp our cute little cow. Oh my gosh. I just want to name him something really cute like Barney or something like that because he is just adorable. Now, the colors that I colored one of my cows with were the pecan pie and the crumb cake. And then also the light petal pink for the ears and the muzzle. I've got another one that I just colored with the light basic black. So that's what I'm going to do here for you because it takes less time. And then I'll show you the other one that I made because it's super cute. That is a pecan pie little cow. So you don't have to color this cow at all, but if you don't like to color much, this is a really good alternative. Your cow can be black and white, like, you know, a Holstein. When we go up north, I always practice with the kids. What kind of cow is that? Because we see lots of cows. It's farm country. And I'll say, what kind of cow is that? And they'll say, that's a Holstein. And what does that cow do? That's a milker. And then we'll say, what is that cow? That's a beefer. What do you do with that cow? You eat it. So the kids know what all the cows are. There's Guernseys and Holsteins and dairy cows and beef cows and all the cows. So this is petal pink light. Okay. And that is exactly what I'm going to do to my cow. That's it. And then I took and I cut my cow out. And if you're not a cutter, you can just take and make your little circle white instead of petal pink that I have on here and just stamp your little cow or image right on there. But I don't mind cutting things out and they have to be worth it in my mind. So it's like, oh, I'm not cutting that out. But this guy is so incredibly stinking cute that I will cut him out 100 times because I just love him so much. And you think, oh, little kid cards. Nope. These are all occasion cards that I am going to send to adults. This has nothing to do with children. But I think all of these images could be used for children's birthday cards, children's get well cards, children's baby welcome to the world cards. Congratulations, kiddo. You know, Valerie scored, I think Haley told me, higher than any other child has ever scored on the testing that she just did in her kindergarten class. Now, that does not surprise me because I have been telling you guys these kids are super smart. And I wasn't just a gloating granny. They are super smart, but she also got like the highest score you can get on your report card is 3s. She got 3s in everything. And I wish they'd just go back to A, B, C, D, and F because that kind of an A versus a B or a C, not that there's anything wrong with that. You're still passing, but I think it just gives you a better grasp of the actual progress. I don't know if that's what I want to say. Anyways, she is smart as a little whip. And she is reading all the biscuit books. I got her a subscription to some kind of Scholastic Book Club. That's what it is. Look how cute that is. Scholastic Book Club. And she is reading all the books. Like every month they send 5 new books. I had no idea. I said, really? Because I said, that just renewed. I saw it on my credit card statement and it was only like $26. I go, they send 5 books every month. And I'm like, I'm wondering if that's $26 a month. I need to go look at that. But obviously it's working. So I will take a little bit of credit for all the smarts. I think she's just really brilliant. Anyways, of course I do, right? And Dawson is super duper smart too. I talked to his teacher at his last day of school awards ceremony. Look at how cute that is, you guys. And his teacher said that she just adores him. The assistant, look at, I stamped the sending love. I know we're running out of time, so I just stamped it and trimmed it close. I'm going to put that on here. But she said that she plays sports with him every day, and she just loves him so much. He's so sweet, and he's so smart. Again, so smart. So, yeah, I feel so lucky, right? Okay, so I have one of these big flowers, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on 2 petals right next to each other. So just like that. And I am going to make those set on these layers that are raised up by dimensionals, but I want to see the black through the center of that flower because that had me a little bit like, what am I going to put in the middle? Let's just make sure the black shows. So that's what I did on purpose. And then I'm going to bring in one of each color of these flowers. I've got strawberry slush here, and I just put a little glue right there. And then I'm going to go with a little pool party. Here's a little pool party one. And I'll just put a little bit more glue right there. Drop that right down in there. And then I'm going to grab a little Daffodil Delight. I've got Lemon Lolly and Daffodil Delight because I have more cards to show you guys. Remember that. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. I'm looking at comments. Here comes a little yellow. The flowers just kill me, right? The flowers. Okay. And then where did my array of dots go? Here they are. So now I'm going to bring this in and we are going to use these. Maybe I'll use the yellow ones on here. I'm going to use the yellow on this particular card. And I'll do, how about one right over here? And then I'll grab, oops, that's not a yellow. I'll grab a little one and put that right over here. And then a medium one and pop that right up there. Good grief. Okay. Are you guys ready to see these? Is that not so cute? Oh my gosh. Here's an envelope. Who doesn't want this card, right? Look at my little cow. He's so cute. Okay, now hang in there because I am going to show you the cow in pecan pie and crumb cake. What do you think of that? Isn't that cute? So you can do black and white or pecan pie and crumb cake. So this is the exact same card. Okay, do you want to see more? Oh my gosh, the koala bear. And I changed the card base. This one is petal pink. And then I used pool party for the circle. Everything else is the same. And then we've got, a snail. Hello. I colored this with petal pink and strawberry slush. And again, a different embossing folder. I used the Forever Plaid. And I used a pool party circle here. Same card. Can you handle one more? Ready? Oh my gosh. I used 3 penguins because the penguins are kind of small. So I thought I'll just stack them up. I use lemon lolly, and also the lazy daisy. I thought I had. I've got one more here too. I'm like, I thought I used the Forever Plaid twice. Super duper cute, right? And then here is the Forever Plaid again with Petal Pink and Pool Party, just like these other ones here. Aren't these to die for? Now, again, this is the Wild Bunch. You can get the stamp set for $5 when your order reaches $75. And it has to be all in the same order. You can't like order $35 this week and $35 next week. It has to be a $75 or more order. You can add this to your you can add this after you hit $75 for $5. So that's the cool part. And when you get a $75 order, you get all the gifts from me. You get the 10-card tutorial with the Waterside Retreat. You get the 12-card video tutorial with the Scenic Coast. You get the Stamp Happy Party, which is taking place July 8th. And you get the PDF for the Wild Bunch product of the month at the end of the month. That is also another 12 cards with video. So, whoa. Right? That is a lot of things, you guys. So fun. So here's my cards, all my cards from tonight. And we have this cool little fun fold with the insert. And not the one that I messed up. This moved. This is crooked. I'm going to have to re-glue that. That's going to take a little extra glue because this is velvet. So glad to know that. But wow, right? Holy cannoli. Okay, I've got mail, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Yeah, I got this from Deb Fisher, and hang on. Deb, thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful card. Let me get that up there right. And she was sending me a thank you card. She was part of our team retreat that took place in May. And she said, being a member of your team is so inspiring as well as so much fun. Getting to know each other on your team is wonderful. Deb, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you came and you did a demonstration. And if you would like to join my team, there's a link right under this YouTube video. And you can also find that on my blog at www.astampabove.com. I would love to have you on my team. Then I get a card from Joanne Prosser. Look at how pretty that is. This is so pretty. This is one of our kits, and it says, thank you for making the catalog party so enjoyable. We had that new product launch party. I still have one make and take packet left from that. If anybody was like, oh, I wish I would have got that, or hey, I'll take it, let me know, and I will hook you up with that. Thank you so much, Joanne. You are very thoughtful. Then I have one more card, Karen Wilkinson. Karen, this is so pretty. And Karen says, wow, was so excited to win something and a cute stamp set to boot. I enjoy all the Stamp Happy Academy doings and look forward to the next one. Karen, and a lot of you on here are members of the Stamp Happy Academy, and we really appreciate your cards, and we love giving things away. So I'm happy that you won, Karen. Thank you guys so much for the pretty mail. I love getting pretty mail. I will be live again on June 21st. Same bat channel, same bat time. I don't know how to say your name right. Ineki, maybe Inek. I am so sorry that your surgery didn't do much. I hope that they can get that figured out. Those of you that would like to pray for her, I'm sure she would appreciate that. Thank you for being here tonight. I hope you had a little happiness in that. I appreciate all of you so much. So I want you to make some of these cards, like make this fun fold. Super duper easy, right? You can do that. This. Which one is your favorite? Penguin? Snail? Koala? Baby cow? Which one? I need to know, you guys. Let me know. We did it. We did it. All right. Did anybody ask a question that I missed? Barbara said Valerie and Dawson are so well behaved because of great parents and a great granny and papa. Thank you so much. They are really well behaved, especially out in Billy. I love Billy. I'm writing it down so I do not forget. We are naming the cow Billy. That is absolutely perfect, Nancy. Let me get one of my little post-it noties. Billy the bull. Billy it is. I'm going to stick with that. Thank you for that suggestion. I love it. There we go. Billy. That's perfect. Yeah, Highland cows are super, super cute, aren't they? Barbara says she has leftover ordinary life from the fabulous spring stampcation. That was our team event. The ordinary life paper, extraordinary life paper is so, so pretty. Oh, Barbara, koala, not bear. All right, you're right. It's a koala. It's a marsupial. It is not a bear. Oh, that was so funny, wasn't it? Barbara knows. The koala could be Blinky Bill. I like Blinky Bill too. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. I am absolutely honored. Please make sure you click on that like, give me a thumbs up, share this video, whether you're watching live or on the replay, Facebook or YouTube. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all your orders. That's what keeps me in business and helps me pay my almost $6,000 car repair bill. Anyways, you guys have yourselves a fantastic week. I am live on, what did I say, Wednesday, 10 a.m. If you're a Stamp Happy Academy member, I will see you at 10 a.m. Central Time. Can't wait to stamp with you. I've been working on those cards. So, all right, look at, I'm getting all the answers here. The penguins are pretty cute, Suzanne. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get everything photographed and put on my blog so you'll be able to have all the dimensions and a complete ingredient list of all the colors of inks and papers and all the things. You'll have all the things. You guys have a great night too. Go Carolina. Bye-bye.